Hello, everyone, and welcome to this year's annual Theological Studies debate at the University of St. Thomas. I'm your host, Oprah Winfrey, and this debate will be between Gerardo Guel, renowned atheist, and his wife Zamara Guel, the world-famous faithful Catholic scientist. This debate will be about the harmony of faith and reason, and will discuss topics such as creation, evolution, and free will. Gerardo, you may take the stage.
Thank you, Ms. Winfrey. I would like to start by stating that faith and reason, or science in particular, are different categories that cannot be paired together. Why? Because science has established itself to rely on evidence that is tangible and can be tested. You cannot measure faith on a scale or in a test tube. Most importantly, it cannot be proven to exist with documented proof. This is like the existence of God. Faith is merely choosing to believe if you so feel like it. In science, however, feelings do not affect the facts. That is why it is impossible for faith and reason to be in harmony and rather conflict with each other. They are both completely separate domains. Mrs. Guel, I'd like to hear your response.
Thank you, Gerardo. First, I would like to ask you where you think science originated from, because at its inception, God created science as He created the universe. Furthermore, God created knowledge, split into a twofold principle, which are faith and reason. Reason leads to natural knowledge, while faith leads to supernatural knowledge. Both of these, in harmony, ultimately lead to truth, which is God. Your belief of modern reason can be critiqued as decolonization, where you're restricting the scope of reason to only what is empirically verifiable or falsifiable. This thought process leads to two erroneous principles. First, that only what is mathematical and empirical are considered scientific. And secondly, the question of God is consequently excluded from the realm of scientific reflection, deemed unscientific or pre-scientific. Well, yes, you are correct in the sense that faith and reason are distinct domains of knowledge. You are mistaken when you say that they cannot be in harmony. In fact, it is essential that natural and supernatural knowledge are balanced, because faith without reason can lead to superstition and religious fanaticism, while reason without faith leads to rationalism and a truncation of the whole of knowledge.
You say that God created knowledge, both natural and supernatural, but as an atheist, why would I feel the need to have faith when reason has and is sufficient enough to get evident results? I don't think reason without faith leads to rationalism, but rather reason with faith is silly, since again, they cannot be in harmony and in turn contradict oneself.
One would not be contradicting themselves if they believed in both faith and reason, because again, they are both principles of knowledge, just in different forms. Additionally, reason relies on faith for two reasons. Firstly, it is impossible to verify everything in the universe, even ourselves. It is simply too daunting of a task and too time-consuming. For example, do you question your parents when they tell you where you were born, or a professor's lecture at an accredited university? No, you do not, because there is faith that your parents won't lie to you, and faith in the university hiring a certified professional. Thus, it is a part of human life to have faith in the world around us. Furthermore, reason is not solely secular, as it is how we image God by exhibiting free will, intellect, and the soul, which God gave us. Also, reason does not solely rely on the senses for data, as it is the intellectual cognitive faculty that operates through concepts and reasoning. Thus, we would be limiting our breadth of knowledge by only focusing on natural knowledge and not supernatural knowledge.
In that case, am I just supposed to have faith regarding evolution and that humans simply appeared on Earth because God willed it, as opposed to the scientific evidence that humans evolved from chimpanzees? Or that I'm supposed to have faith and believe a story that God created the universe instead of the scientific data that claims it was the Big Bang?
Yes, it is possible that the human body could have evolved from pre-existing and living matter. However, evolution pertains to the human body only and does not include the soul. Furthermore, there is only one single origin of humanity, which is from Adam and Eve, which God created. Additionally, you are mistaking the biblical story of creation as literal and to be treated as a science, which it should not be, because it is forbidden by the church and pokes hole in the evolutionary theory.
So, since God created both the human body and soul, why does only the body evolve and not the soul? Shouldn't both be able to evolve since they are both supposedly created by God? Is the soul lesser than the body that it cannot evolve?
The human soul cannot evolve because once a human life is brought into existence, it bears the image of God. Additionally, God created the universe out of nothing with no pre-existing substrate, whereas evolution presupposes some substrate that undergoes a change. Ultimately, God is beyond science, and all truth comes from and tends to God, which is why faith is necessary.
So, are you saying that science is an extension of religion?
No, science is not an extension of religion, nor is religion founded on science. They each have their own distinct realms of expertise and ask different questions. Like faith and reason, science and religion can be in harmony rather than conflictual, separationistic, or fused into one, like creationism.
Well, if faith and reason can be in harmony, and both are necessary to lead to truth, which is God, how come God created humans who are atheists? Wouldn't God want his own creation to believe in him and acquire truth through both faith and reason rather than reason alone?
Yes, however, out of God's love and to mirror his image, he gave his creation free will. Faith leads to supernatural knowledge, but it is also a supernatural, gratuitous gift from God and a human act. Furthermore, faith in God is contrary to neither human freedom nor to human reason. That is why one must willingly choose to believe and have faith in God, so that they acquire full knowledge out of their own will and love for God.
All right, everyone, our time is up. Thank you to Gerardo Guel and Zamara Guel for joining us at the University of St. Thomas for this year's Theological Studies debate. And thank you to those who participated in listening to the discussion. We hope you enjoyed this podcast episode and found it thought-provoking and reflective. We hope to see you at next year's debate. Thank you and have a good day.